What's up, guys? This is the second Jay Scott video. I'm about to show you. We had a little discussion after our workout, and it's mainly talking about success and kind of just a conversation. So the full video, the full conversation itself, is actually going to be on his channel because my camera cut short. The memory card got full on it, so I don't have the full discussion, but it is going to be a few minutes of it. But the actual full video will be linked below along with Jay's channel, so be sure to check him out, check that video out. If you like this one, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, let's keep it positive and God bless.
What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
What's up, guys? It's Jay from Kentucky Fried Fitness bringing you a video today, a YouTube collab. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them, your YouTube channel and all that good stuff.
I am Jay Scott, and I am the host or the guy or the person behind the Jay Scott channel. You can find that at youtube.com/Jay Scott channel. All one word, or just type Jay Scott Fitness in the search bar. So, yeah, I'm super happy to be here. We just had a great workout, and we're going to kind of chat a little bit.
Yep, and his links are always going to be in the description down below, so be sure to check that out, guys.
We are going to be talking about success, how to achieve your goals, and how to just ultimately succeed at anything, whether it be fat loss or whether it be business or your job, anything.
Any goal, really. I mean, these like the principles to being a champion. They really just correlate to any goal that you want to reach in life.
They do, and we both come from a really small area in Kentucky, and it's just a tiny area. I mean, people, they don't get outside, and even I can remember, and it's really strange for me to talk to you, because when I was your age, it was a different world to me. It was like everything revolved around all the people in this small town, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that you're branching and busting out of that just really early, but I was 30 before I branched out and busted out.
I think there's a lot of expectations come from rural communities to kind of just stay there and not really have any like outlandish kind of dreams or not really follow goals. There's a big focus on trying to be safe and trying to be secure and do something that isn't real risky. Like they're not really big on taking risks, I feel like.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And people think you're kind of, what are you doing? Trying to go out into this big world. Kentucky is not all meth labs, like people think. It's not all, these, I don't have any shoes. It's not like that. It's very family based.
Yeah.
And it's almost like in Italy. There's a lot of that around here. It's like in Italy, you kind of live with your family, and your family is a huge part of your life for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But here in America, everybody's like, well, I'm out of here. They're like, I got to get out on my own.
Yeah.
And in Kentucky, it seems like it's not as much of that to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very close-knit, I feel like,
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to break out of a rural community. I can't say that word, by the way. Rural.
Rural.
I just sound like I'm starting to call it. But anyway, it's hard to break out of that because you start to think, man, maybe I can't get out of here. Maybe I should go work at a factory, or I should go work at Walmart or whatever. And I'm laughing, but even coming back here, when I come back to my house in Keavy, Kentucky, which is even smaller than Barberville, I feel it come back again. And I'm like, man, I start to think what I've done, which is not huge of it, but I start to think, man, I've really done some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, anyone that looks at what either one of us are doing, I mean, even just trying to be in the fitness industry, trying to make YouTube videos, trying to do personal training. I mean, people will say, oh, that's a long shot. It's like, you do not need to do that. It's like, you can't make no money that way. You can't make a living that way. It's like, we're out here doing it, I mean, we're not there yet. We're nowhere near where we want to be. And that's part of it, is like never really being where you want to be, always striving for more and more. But, we're out here, we're doing it. We're living our lives. We're doing what we want to do in our lives, We're not letting others dictate our own thoughts, And I think that's a big problem, that not just in rural communities, but everywhere, is that people let other people's thinking decide their path in life,
Right. It doesn't matter where you're growing up. You always hear about the ghetto and young African American men, coming out. That's great too. It's the same thing. It's just you're coming from a different area and you're a different race, but it's all the same thing. We're all humans. We all have a brain. We all basically think in the same kind of pattern, in the same way, but we get in different patterns. We get caught up in these feedback loops that can mess things up. And if you get stuck in that, you know, one thing that's really not known a lot, and we have no script for this, by the way.
Yeah, it is off the top of our heads.
One thing that's not known really is we don't really want to succeed. That's not what we're geared for.
Yeah.
We're geared for homeostasis. We're geared to stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so hard to succeed, because you have to really force yourself.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, because instinctually we're made to survive, and see, that's what I think. I think that people survive and they don't try to live. They just try to make it through the day and get through life and have some problems and just get a decent job, go home and crack a can of beer and watch TV, and just that's their life. And they think that that's how other people should live their life. And if you try anything different, then you're risking too much or you're not doing what you're supposed to. And I don't buy into that. That has to be your life, you know.
I bought into that for about 10 years. So the reason I'm sitting here right now and I'm on this track, and that you're sitting there at your age, is because you came to this conclusion 10 years sooner. Because I didn't come to that conclusion, and I was very sure that the world was against me and that I couldn't make it because I didn't have the connections. I had all these words that I used. I don't have the connections.
The circumstances are right.
And so I stalled out for about 10 years. Now, I didn't waste time. I did stand-up comedy for a little while. I made videos for a little while, but wasn't consistent with them like I am now. I'm trying to think of all the stuff. I lifeguarded, I worked at YMCAs. All these things came together and they built who I am. So I'm not going to say that I wasted all my time. But what I liked about you is that you're doing this now at a young age. And you're going to have so much time to grow and get bigger, even though I do too. You know, I'm 36, so it's not like I'm dead in the water. But just think of what you can do by the time you're 36. It's going to be awesome.
I just tried to really, I'm nowhere near where I need to be, and my mindset's not where it needs to be, but I know that I'm at least taking those initial baby steps, that I'm not just standing still, that I know that if anything's going to happen in my life, I'm going to have to be the one to do it, you know? And no one's going to give you anything, but I really believe that if you work hard enough and you really take the actions that you know you're supposed to take, and that you follow the plan that you know you're supposed to, even when it's not fun, even when you're dealing with whatever life may throw at you, you're still staying on that plan, that eventually success has to come, you know. And that's just part of it too, is just having the faith that what you're doing is right, and that you feel deep down in your heart that this is what you're supposed to be doing, regardless of what obstacles or what other people, try to deter you from that.
If you like the videos, you better hit thumbs up